to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Jackson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
7-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jackson.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Andrews. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to...
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Cam Akers,
his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Vikings nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Boy, did they ever. And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Let's go, defense.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say, when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And this one too low. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jackson able to find his man, John Phillips. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. They go play action now. Jackson, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and
on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Andrews. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down, Minnesota.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At the Falcons' 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
The pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Vikings.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Back to throw again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Oh, that was dangerous.
Incomplete.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Throwing again. Jackson. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's good.
They give him a gain of 37.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
The kicker on.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Kick is good. Makes the score Falcons 14, Vikings 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Cook. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
On the carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Out of the gun now on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
At their own 38-yard line.
The drive begins with a handoff to Andrews. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run again here with Andrews. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
First down. It's Andrews. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Andrews. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 19.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. Look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Cook. And he he's stopped immediately there. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game.
The kicker on for the point after.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On 2nd, Jackson muscles him off. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
He's across
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26, check 13, check 13.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
3rd and 9.
Now Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On the deep ball. Results in a 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it.
Sets up a 1st down and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get blown up behind the line line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it, fighting through pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those